As twilight's soft glow filtered through the curtains one evening, my partner gently guided me to sit, her voice trembling with a calm determination that revealed her mind was already made up. She cast a brief glance in my direction. I looked away and whispered, "I need some space. Can we just be friends?" Her words hit like an unexpected chill on a warm summer day, sharp, sudden, but I could only offer a faint nod and a single, quiet syllable. Okay. That small response felt like sealing away the world we had built together. Inside, I felt my soul cracking, yet I wore a mask of composure. This was the same woman who had once promised forever, who had laughed with me until dawn painted the sky, who had spoken of futures we'd shape hand in hand. And yet, with a single sentence, she pulled away, as though those cherished memories had vanished into thin air. I ached to demand explanations, to untangle why she had chosen this path. But I stayed silent, refusing to plead. After we parted, I retreated to my quiet apartment, where echoes of our past lingered like restless ghosts. I sifted through old photographs, each one cutting like a knife with memories of what had been lost. My heart clung to hope, but my mind whispered a harsher truth. If she needed distance, she was already too far gone. Rather than chasing an illusion, I resolved to let her go entirely. I erased her from my life. Social media, contacts, even the playlist we had lovingly built together. It wasn't cruelty. It was self-preservation. Healing could not begin if her face kept appearing before me. If friendship was what she wanted, she could offer it elsewhere. I would no longer serve as her emotional safety net. The following weeks were relentless. I found myself checking my phone compulsively, waiting for a message that never arrived. Nights weighed heavily, filled with quiet tears and unanswered questions that echoed in the stillness. But gradually, the pain began to shift. I realized that my simple, "okay," carried more power than her retreat. It was a first step toward putting myself first. Friends reassured me that I had made the right choice, unaware of the storm brewing inside. Pretending I had moved on was exhausting, when every corner of my world still bore her mark. Yet, each day, I reminded myself that my dignity was worth more than chasing fleeting affection. Months later, to my surprise, she reached out. Her message was casual, almost careless. "Hey, how are you doing?" I stared at the screen, my chest tightening, then closed the conversation without replying. Responding would have pulled me back into her cycle of half-hearted attention, a cost I could no longer bear. Cutting her off wasn't rooted in anger or spite. It was about valuing myself enough to walk away from someone who no longer cherished me. That choice was the hardest I've ever made, but also the most freeing. I refused to be a backup plan, kept in reserve after once being her everything. Over time, I found strength in the quiet. The world didn't crumble without her, as I had feared. I laughed again, forged new connections, and reclaimed pieces of myself I thought she had taken. What felt like a devastating ending had become a brave new beginning. She may never understand why I severed ties so completely, but I could not linger in the dim shadow of friendship with someone who had turned away from love. Letting go entirely was the only way to survive. And in that release, I discovered something unexpected: peace. No more waiting for messages that never came. No more pretending we could reclaim what was lost. Just freedom, a future unclouded by her presence. That single word, "okay," was more than agreement. It was a silent vow to myself. A commitment to never accept less than my true worth, not even for the person I once cherished most. Sometimes, the boldest words aren't "I love you" or "please stay." Sometimes, it's a quiet "okay," backed by the courage to walk away and remain steadfast.